Sup? How you doing? Welcome back to RWBY Studios Remnant Lunar Archon session 124. Hope you're having a great time. I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I don't want to waste time with the night. It is 3 p.m. Thursday, the 31st of August, 4:17 post-schism, the last day of August, as it begins to move out of as it continues to move out of summer. You'll be reaching into the fall soon, where you'll get less aggressive warm weather. Chris gave the recap last time. Let's see who gives it this time. Roll a d6. 1, 2, Jocelyn. 3, 4, John. 5, 6, Thicket. Jocelyn, you're muted, aren't you? You cannot. In that case, Maury, odds or evens? Or you and John can work together.
Wait, what? Oh, for recap?
Yeah. When you call odds or evens, or y'all decide you're going to give the recap together?
I forgot what we did last week.
We finished our duel. And then I didn't write down what happened after that. I mean, other than we won.
So that was actually 2 sessions ago. I guess I will give the recap. I'll put down who gave the recap last time. Me. Last time on Remnant Lunar Archon, the party had already finished their duel. They had gone and warned various people about Vesh being around. They let Rosanna and, why can't I remember his name? Bale know. They managed to convince Bale to take Teodros with him, the werebore that is interested in the party. After explaining to Teodros that they thought he might be cursed by any hags to do something if he's around them. So they sent them off. The party ended up, same day, heading over to Vane, Tepelording their way over to Vane. They went over to the... Oh, I should change it off of the Vampire Combat playlist into just a regular D&D casual column. There we go. That's a little less aggressive. Party went to Vane to see Sasha a little bit, though I don't know that you've actually spoken to Sasha. You have set your things to be crafted.
And wasn't it Jack or Doug and John were fighting a fire?
Yeah, so
What? That was before
the duel.
Okay.
Magic Fire happened. But y'all have gone back to Vane. I can delete this note because I don't need the letter notations anymore. You went back to Vane. You're in the of your party plan. Go to Vane and do Vane things. Lots of research happened. Jocelyn asked a bunch of questions about Grimm and deities and the moon, and learned a lot of information. Learned about archons. Learned about dragons, if I recall. Realized there's a lot you don't know about Grimm. You know a little bit about possession and different types of Grimm that can interact with people. I don't recall any other questions, but I did tell you to make some notes on any other questions you wanted to ask. Thicket and Garand and Doug and John all kind of did some errands, looking around and potentially buying some stuff. Restocking on things. Garand has given the crow leather and skull to Adrian. Or is it Fabian? Which one is which? Landream. Adrian is the leather worker. Landream is the smith. So Adrian has all the stuff, while he is working on the skull and leathers to process them into more usable forms. Yeah, so y'all had...
Remember, Thicket gave away a whole bunch of stuff.
Thicket did give away some
returned
things.
things.
Yeah, that's true. Y'all did end up quickly going over to Dyke, giving away some things, getting a reward for having killed the giant crow.
Is that where we ended?
No, you ended back over in Vane, entering as Gambit was finishing up research. So what would you all like to do as you get into the game? It is a standard moon, a morning crescent. So not a lot of light out at night. It's a fairly
I
clear
could have
night.
sworn we ended the session.
You
and
said. Wait, did you say it was 3 in the afternoon?
You're right, so there's no moonlight. You're right. There's sunlight. Nice sunlight all around. But I don't recall if it was raining, so we're going to find out right now.
I feel like it was rainy or cloudy or something, but
We'll call it cloudy. So Gambit vocalizes. I believe he'd already gone to Dyke and then went to Vane.
Oh, there was a conversation with Vesh.
Y'all did talk with Vesh. Y'all noted that Thicket could tell he hates you all. He had a large amount of contempt and hatred while conversing with you, but he was hiding it very well, very bard-like. At least from everyone but Thicket. Seemed to be giving you half-truths. But it's not exactly clear what all he was telling the truth about. And y'all told him that y'all were going down to Reef.
facts, Gambit.
Preston would like to know that guess what? Gambit hates him too. Fair enough.
And Gambit is not alone.
I don't remember what exactly John and Doug were doing, but we'll say they arrive in the library with you all. They'll kind of converge on that location as Gambit is finishing up his research for the day.
Oh yeah, because we did leave Gambit behind and then went and got them back or whatever. Or no, there was something. No, maybe I'm still mixing up my timings. But yeah, Garon feels safe in Vane. It's one of the few places he does feel safe, so he's probably like guard down and just like hanging out in the library. As the one lady there, the one girl that he gave the I think it was an orc skull or something to.
You believe I don't remember if it was orc, human, or what. Got it from a.
Yeah.
Let me get her name. I believe it was.
I'm pretty sure it was orc because like it was like the justification that it was just an orc or some nonsense. Marley, yeah, that does sound right. Yeah.
I think it was Marley. We're gonna go with Marley.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It was either Marley or Marlene.
Might have been Marlene, but
it's Marley now.
And then because I had that one little statue of the vampire dude that was made of all the little different pieces of bone, and I wanted to give that to her as a friend, because I thought that she would appreciate it.
Oh, where'd you get something like this?
Well, we killed his sort of second in command who was trying to like resurrect him, but as part of that was like torturing our friend, and
second in command?
we're not really good with.
Sorry about your friend.
The statue man, the former vampire king, whatever.
What was saying?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh my.
Yeah. So like the second in command was like trying to bring Corvus back, whatever, and
Which second in command
as
was
part
it?
of that, I don't know, Butler McGee, I forget. I'm sorry. All I know is he's dead, and he was torturing my friend. So I don't know. I'm sure if you ask Gambit, he might remember because Gambit I think Emmett likes Bale even more than I do. I think they're like almost like pseudo besties or something.
And Bale is.
Anyway, Bale is like the half son or like something of Corvus Hain.
Oh.
I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I just saw this, thought of you, and like, she was a good friend to me. She was willing to take a risk on me, and didn't question where I got the other item. And I appreciate people who respect that. So yeah, I thought, you're my friend, sort of. I mean, I know we haven't like hung out, like we haven't been like, oh, let's go get some tea and whatever together. But I figured, hey, okay, great. Good to know.
Well, I'll certainly take it. Thank you.
Of course. Any things that you've been doing, looking at, experimenting with, magically, making, whatever?
Well, I've been trying to turn that skull you gave me into a, what's the word? Into a, subservient flame skull, but I haven't had very much luck to it. Supposedly they're made only of dead wizards, but I figure if you infuse enough mana into something, you can make anything happen.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. If we come across a wizard, and it works out,
dead.
or he's a bad guy trying to hurt us, and, oh no, can I take his head? I mean, my friends will probably think I'm weird, but they probably already do anyway, so it's fine, and I'll bring that back to you.
Sounds great. Yeah, feel free to bring me any skulls of dead wizards. Any other magical stuff they might have on them would be appreciated too.
I mean,
anything like that.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess.
Are great. Bones hold a lot about someone, and I want to see what I can pull out.
I mean, I guess I had to pull out the bones, and then you pull out something that's like,
something out of the
boneception or something.
That's true. Huh. Yeah, sounds great.
All right. Well, and if you come up with any other, cool ideas or anything else of interest that you think, hey, my friend Ron, he's a little bit more malleable. Maybe he'd be willing to do this, or maybe he'd be interested in this, or I can give him this since he was so nice to me, or whatever makes you happy, it's fine. But either way, I will be on the lookout for something.
I don't tend to make a lot of magic items, but if anything comes up that I might find useful for you, I'll let you know.
Good deal. Also, weird side note, if you by chance come across any particularly interesting information about either the new fella taking over at Sheer, or,
There's a new Lord of
Tatsui
Sheer?
the Dream. Yeah, his name's Vesh. You may have heard of that. I don't know. I don't know how much you care about politics or whatever, but
Not really at all, but good to know.
Yeah. So we're fairly certain he's a bad guy.
All right.
But and then also anything of interest that maybe you hear about the Lord of Dreams from Nace. Those things would be. Yeah, that's the one. Those things would be fun to know.
Good to know. It is Marley. I found it.
Hooray!
Good to know.
I felt like Marley was familiar.
I know he does a lot of dream magic. Some of the other students want to study with him. Sasha forbids it. But good to know. I'll keep an eye out or an ear out if I hear anything on that side.
The moment that she said Sasha forbids it, like, he can't help but like smile and nod, like, yeah, Sasha's my girl. She's great. It says, also, have you ever heard of anything like lots and lots of like what kind of magic might be involved in lots and lots of like necromantic material, like something of like barrels of something? Does that say? I don't have any more information really because I'm kind of confused on it myself. But does that sound familiar? Like why would you need that much necromantic material? Does that sound like something?
Well, if I needed that much, it'd because, well, either I'd be experimenting on something, or, I guess have some kind of spell that I'm having to feed. Um, most spells don't. I mean, I guess some continual spells do require upkeep. Not many, though. Typically, those tend to be the larger ones. Or if I was, creating multiple events around projects, I'm not supposed to be bringing anything too much to life. At least not for very long. Controlled circumstances and all that. Experimentation. But, if I ever made a bunch of things, I would need a bunch of stuff. Or one big thing, I suppose.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your time, Wally. Yeah. Have a wonderful day, and glad you like the statue. That's good. If I would have given that to you, and you'd been like, "Oh, thanks," I would have felt bad. I would like, "Oh, you don't have to take it." Don't worry, it's okay. We're still cool.
Listen, Corvus, well, he was a vampire and all that. But, some stories say he made himself into a vampire, that he knew the tricks and the necromancy to do it, and that, originally, when the Hain Institute was made in Vacuo, it was just a necromancy school. Like, that was the main goal. Dark magics and all that. Of course, this was before the schism, hundreds of years ago. Yeah, but originally, like, the main focus was necromancy on account of being founded by a vampire. But he ended up teaching other magics too. As I understand it, he was an accomplished sorcerer, or an accomplished mage. So, it's a piece of history having this icon. I'm curious what all she looks in it. Interesting. There's a number of different bones in here. Not sure exactly what all they're from. At least some of them are, humanoids. Doesn't look like all of them though.
Well, I definitely don't know, but I thought you might find it interesting.
I do. Thank you very much, Garond. If you
Of
ever
course,
have any
man.
questions, again, feel free to ask about necromancy or anything you'd like.
Yeah. If I get any more, like, if I recall any more information about that thing that I saw, and I'm like, oh, wait, this also was part of that whole thing where it's like, hey, and if that helps to fine tune anything, I might come pick your ear a little bit more, but otherwise, Anyway, you're great. Also, how do you get on with that magic crafter guy? What's his name?
Atrian?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he's like one of the upper students as far as like so that Sasha doesn't have to make everything herself. Like he's like one of the main ones.
Yeah, he's one of her main students. Or I guess, at striking. A little bit higher than
Right,
me,
right,
not
yeah,
too
so-
far, catching up to him. But, yeah, what about
Hey,
him?
nice, good job. Well, you get on with him.
Yeah,
Look,
he's
you're all
fine.
right.
Yeah.
Good. So, if he's not opposed to it, he's going to be working on something for me, and it includes this like dread crow skull and some feathers, and I want him to like turn it into like a cape and cowl sort of situation, like and that might be interesting, and maybe you could throw some ideas in there. Maybe make it more interesting or something. I don't really know. It's more like I like helping him to experiment. I think he likes to experiment. I've never directly asked him, "Do you like to make random things?" But I've kept giving him things, so I don't know. I could be just wasting his time. He may not like me very much. In fact, I don't know. Do you know? Does he like to make strange new things?
I mean, his primary focus is transmutation, so he's kind of the expert on magic items as far as the students are concerned. Yeah, I mean, I imagine he.
So he probably likes it when I ask him weird stuff.
Probably. I mean, I know in the past he's looked for abnormal ingredients and stuff to make things with, see what comes out, see how it all works out. But I know he's got a number of original items he's made. Heard about a bow he made one time. One of the other students was talking about it. This frozen bow. Apparently he was pretty proud of.
Yeah, I actually hired him for that, and I got those items because I that's what I was hoping for someone who would like that sort of thing. It's not my bow. I gave it to a mate, but that's what I like to do. This is actually the first time I've asked him to make something for me.
Oh,
But
I hope it all works out.
Regardless.
I'll be happy to help him out if it's got things that might go into my expertise.
yeah, if nothing else, maybe it'd be fun for you to watch because it's like, oh, that's a Dreadcrow. It's like this legendary creature, whatever. And at the very least, it might be interesting for you. I don't know. But anyway,
At the very
I
least.
like when people get to enjoy the things that they enjoy. I'm not big on like, oh, wait, you like pie? I'll never give you pie. So it's like, oh, you like pie? Let's go have some pie together. So anyway,
Do you like pie? Are you searching for a reason to go get some pie?
I mean, I wasn't thinking about it before, but now I am, and so I probably should go get some. But would you like me to bring you back some? I bet you like mincemeat, right?
No? I'm more of a
Okay, never mind.
cherry and apple tart.
Okay. I was trying to make a joke. Sorry if it didn't come off.
I don't quite understand. But sure. I mean, I know some dwarves and halflings tend to have a being from Northern Vale, tend to have a certain culture to them. But nah, I'm not really from that side of the world.
No problem on it. It's been a pleasure. I will, so go talk to him, because once my stuff's ready, I've already let him know I have plans for him and all that, and so once he sees it and everything, he gives me a price so I can work that all out. But anyway, yeah, just let him know, hey, like, if you want, he told me he likes doing this for you because you like transportation stuff. I told him that you did, so if I was wrong, whatever. Whatever makes sense to you. But anyway, I'm gonna go find out about some pie.
Enjoy your pie.
And Ron just like darts off and he's like, I gotta find a good restaurant.
Where to find some pie? Meanwhile, Gambit and John. Or rather, Thicket and John.
And Echo.
And Echo. There
Is
Echo
the dude?
The Dumptis.
There is. Say hi, Echo.
Hey.
The guy that Goron was just talking about, who does our enchantment work.
Yep.
Is he here in Vane?
Yes, he is one of Sasha's top students.
I just now had an idea of asking him if we could add on to the amulets that we got, to also do something to like obscure emotions so that we won't be hunted by Grim as easily.
Do you want to roleplay it or just make the check?
I don't know. First I'll tell the party in case someone wants to help because I'm not very charismatic. But what do you guys think about this idea?
Sorry, repeat the idea.
I'm gonna add on to our amulets that we got the proof against detection and location, so that it'll also obscure our emotions from Grim.
Interesting. How much is that going to cost us?
I don't know. Let's go ask.
Okay.
Finding him. Make a persuasion check. As you would eventually get someone to go get him and bring him down to the front library area.
Okay. Persuasion. Everyone hold your breath.
That was
Nice.
so close to failing. He would also comes to the same kind of answer you got from someone else. I don't recall who exactly. But it is possible but difficult to add on to existing items. Usually an item uses the full gambit or like manipulates the magical energy around an item and the ingredients within. So with additional ingredients, it's possible he could take the amulet and try to add on to it. But it wouldn't necessarily be an easy project, and it might just fail. Trying to add on additional magic to it. He could certainly transmute it onto another item and move the enchantment, but adding on to an existing one or enhancing it is a little more difficult, a little more complicated. He could try and make another just separate item entirely, or a amulet of stillness, or whatever kind of a word we'd like to use for a lack of emotion. You could potentially try to make an item that could do that. It would take some experimenting, and to do it with the amulets themselves might just fail or break the amulet. You could try.
If you make a new item, do you know if it's gonna be an attunement item?
His answer is probably. It follows similar principles to the proof against detection and location, in that it's guarding you specifically against things, and so you have to connect it to you individually. It's not just a whoever's holding it. Though he could try and do something that's area-based, to where it just guards against emotion within whatever foot radius. But it would be even more complicated because it has to interact with all living creatures, at least those who would feel emotion.
That's probably really, really expensive, huh?
Be a little on the expensive side. It would likely be considered a rare item. Here's a rare item. Somewhere in the 800 to 1500 gold pieces range.
Oof.
Of materials, assuming it works.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, that's going to be 49.95 gold pieces, parts and labor.
A little more like, what's that, 700... $70,000?
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the information.
He wishes he could be more certain about it or be able to guarantee, but that is the danger of new items, is he can try to craft things for y'all, but there's no guarantee it'll necessarily turn out the way you want or as quickly as you want. Certainly
Okay.
going to try.
I think I'll go find Gambit and attach myself to him.
Fair enough. John? Sam? John? Sam?
My mic was flipped up. I don't know that I really need to do anything in vain. So
The party as a
I
whole?
will.
Sorry, continue.
I might just stay at the inn,
Okay.
and celebrate our victory and everything. Who knows? Maybe I'll draw up a performance.
Okay. So depending on what
Oh.
Chris... Oh.
Gambit, do you want to ask God some questions? we could do it like once a day. You asked about that a little while back. All right.
Getting a dog wound.
Okay.
On a
So
human
Gambit
or on a
will
dog?
want to do that eventually, but not right now.
Is it a human with a wound from a dog or a dog that has a wound? A dog with a dog wound. That makes sense. And y'all can also decide what the party's next steps or plans are. Whether y'all want to spend some time in town if people have things they want to do. And just to refresh the things that the party kind of was talking about doing next. Was go to Vane, do Vane things, where you're now. Maybe go deal with Julie, wherever she is. You did go get the reward for Deep Crow. Okay, strike through, set a thing. Formatting. Nope. Maybe deal with the Orange Sun, that's done. In that case, y'all can kind of remake the plans for potential next things. Yeah, so the things that y'all had on your existing list y'all gave me was deal with Julie or go after Sonata Tatsui. The general directions you'd spoken about.
At some point, Garan will go over the headset, the rune tooth, and and say, hey, just so y'all know, I'm going back to our inn, and I'm going to find out if they make good pie, and I will order extra if anybody would like some. I will see about possibly arranging more performances and whatnot. Though maybe more of a low-key sort of scenario. I'm not sure. But either way, don't worry, Gambit. I'll let the lady know that you're here. And you hear a snicker.
No, don't you dare, Gambit says into the earring.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
It was about next plans. Julie's not Tatsui.
Yes. Are there any books on Tatsui and or the Dream Lords in general? If he's like the first one, or if there were previous ones.
Roll an investigation check as you investigate in the library, gathering together your information.
Do I get help with Gambit being there?
Is Gambit gonna help?
Yeah.
Jaislyn, is Gambit going to help Thicket? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, you can have advantage.
Yay! Investigation.
Yeah. You do not find anything. You do not find anything in particular about Dream Lords. It's not like there's a designation like Master Wizard, Master Dream Lord, nothing like that. You would guess that perhaps that might be his title. You've kind of gotten the impression that every lord has a title that they assume pretty quickly after they take power. Sun Lord, Dream Lord, Chosen Lord,
Slumlord.
Lava Shield, or
Thicket noticed that all of the titles seemed very fitting, but I don't know if he noticed that they were individual to the person or that they weren't inherited.
fair enough. So Thicket may not have realized exactly what the deal was there, but you know, it exists.
I don't know, maybe. Sounds like it could be a thing.
What was the Unmoving Lord, Helgor Lava Shield? None of you have met her. Yeah, so you don't get any indication that there are other Dream Lords. There is Dream, like there are mages who have specialized in Dream spells and in the manipulation of the Dream world. They aren't many. It is an incredibly different type of magic to maintain. The most effective Dream spell for the most part is the one that you can cast, Dream, at least via your Coatl.
Nice.
But beyond that, nothing in particular, and you don't find that there are a lot of books about him. You're not sure how long he's been in power, but you don't find any like biographies of Sonata Tatsui or anything.
What's the city that he's in charge of?
He
Nace?
is the Lord of Nace.
Nace. Can I
N-E-I-S-S. Nace.
read about the history of Nace and its lords?
Okie doke. Do. So,
Library. So I love having a library.
it's very helpful. You would find there are a number of different lords that have, had power over Nice over past years. You find some of the numbering for some of these lords that get mentioned is even up to 20 years ago. So Sonata certainly hasn't been ruling for more than 20 years. Given the spot it's in, stuck between a desert and a mountain and a lake with forests around it, it's in a very odd spot that is not uncommon for travelers to move through. So there was a previous merchant lord. Rusty is the current merchant lord. She is the only one with the name. But there was previous merchant lord of Nace, with that being a heavy travel through point, or at least a very much desired point. A ranger lord at a different point who had mastery over the forest in that area. There was a Dragonborn lord at one point, who was very much a fighter, kind of ruled in the desert for the most part. That was more of where he was from before he moved into Nace, and so he was not necessarily the best suited for ruling such a diverse land spot. The construction. So you would get a little bit of information about yeah, no, you wouldn't get any of that information with the roll you had. Yeah, so you would learn a bits about previous lords, the handful that have occurred since the founding of Vacuo proper, including rangers, mages, merchants. It's a very diverse spot, and as such has a very diverse set of lords that have taken the throne there.
I know the campaign is named Remnant Lunar Archon, but have we heard anything in the game itself for it to be reasonable that Thicket would want to research that?
You've heard of Archons before. That's one of the names that is the 10 servants of the gods That is one of the other things they're often called are archons.
Okay.
You've researched the moon a bunch. I don't know if there is anything that you would, like, if you can think of anything that would come up with as a reason for why he would search that, you can. But I don't know immediately of one. He would try to search for moon and archon together. So Gambit did pretty extensive research last time on the archons. And the 10 of them, who he found going through, none of them are particularly connected to the moon in any meaningful way.
Have these been the 10? Have they been like the only archons ever?
Gambit did not find any research or mention of other archons. And with the 13, you would not find anything as well.
How did the archons, like the 10, how did they like come into being? Did they just like spawn?
So the 10, as you read and understand, the 10 were originally created thousands of years ago, to be protectors, guardians, and act out the will of. Specifically, they were created by the twin deities Aether and Erebus. They were created thousands of years ago to, like, near the dawn of creation type of thousands of years ago, tens of thousands of years ago, to. I don't know if tens of thousands, but thousands of years ago. I don't know the exact timeline for how back far it goes before the schism. But they created the 10 to serve as guardians and servants of the gods to do their will in specific parts of reality, effectively. So, like, Unis is an archangel and is of the higher planes, which humans can't really go to anymore since the schism. And it was hard to go to before anyway. He is the archon that travels within the higher realms, the lighter realms. The archdevil Due is kind of the guardian of the lower realms, the hells, the abyss, those types of locations. Rhea, the archfey of the Feywild. Bator, the reaper of the Shadowfell. There are two in particular that have to do with the world itself, being Quinque and Sax. Quinque, the silver dragon, he's kind of known as the guardian above, and Sax the guardian below. So they both were guardians over the earth. And supposedly, Quinque would often just fly above the atmosphere, like out above the world, searching for where he was meant to be next, gazing down upon the world, and then Sax would burrow beneath the world, for where he was meant to be, and to do his duties. And then there are the four elemental ones, with the Deep Hydra of the plane of water, Octo, the Colossus, of Earth, Novem, the Cindering Worm of Fire, and Decim, the Storm Phoenix of Air.
All right. That's kind of all I can think of to ask right now. There's only ever the 10.
As far as any of your research shows, none of them mention another one. None of them mention any of them dying and being replaced. Nothing like that.
Do they ever have kids?
Not that you know of. Not that any kind of research would reveal.
So don't even try.
With your 13. With your 13, you're not getting much of the deep hard questions.
Is the 13 gonna be the roll for everything?
Would you like to re-roll? Would you like to roll more?
Yeah.
All right. What's the next question that you're gonna roll specifically about?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious if there were any like relatives or kids or anything
Take it
related
and
to this.
spend extra time on the relative question and roll investigation again.
Do I get advantage again?
Yep.
Woo!
Oh, that's funny. You become pretty clear that for whatever reason, perhaps because of their relative power, there is no record of them ever having children. People have theorized that they are specifically not allowed to, as some creatures like the Archangel, Archdevil, and Archfey in particular, as well as the dragons, are theoretically capable of having children. None of them have done so. At least not as far as you can find in any textbooks or histories.
They're like hidden in a Lotus hotel somewhere.
Yeah, they'd have to be hidden super good to be able to exist, but nothing you could find in a library would point to any answer other than no for them having kids. And you would find nothing with a 20, no mentions when looking through the different archons about a Lunar Archon.
No relatives or anything.
I would like you to roll a separate intelligence check, though, just by the way. Or something else that
Me?
might come up during your research that you would think that you would remember.
Okay.
Okay. Continue. Any other questions?
The thing I saw the last time I used divination, we established that was Sylvanas for sure.
Seems to be, yes. That when you using divination, you have been reaching out to nature and interacting with Sylvanas.
Okay. What about the spooky stuff that happened at the same time?
Please be a little more specific. What do you mean by the spooky stuff?
Where Thicket tried to do divination, and it seemed like things were like turning really dark and creepy before Sylvanas showed up, and everything was fine.
That did happen. It definitely felt very different from when you interacted with Sylvanas. Whatever you reached out to was not him before he came and pushed it away from you.
Have we seen anything in our research that would in our research of Grimm that would be resembling that?
Resembling what specifically?
Whatever I saw.
I don't remember what you saw, to be honest.
I don't know. It was dark, spooky stuff.
I mean, Grimm are dark and spooky. Make another make it a religion check if you're gonna focus on the Grimm specifically.
I have two instances of where I've seen dark, spooky stuff, and one of them was when I saw the face. When Sasha was doing the spell. What am I rolling? Religion?
Yep.
Wonderful.
The Grimm are dark and spooky.
Ah!
That all you got. Excellent.
Well,
does she live? Jocelyn, do you live?
I do.
She lives. Yay!
I finished all of my duties.
And the world rejoices.
woo.
Celebrations across the land.
Alice Gambit. Have you, in your research of Grimm, seen anything that was like Humanoid.
Mm, yes. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up my notes.
Most of the Grim that we've seen, well, no, not most, all of the Grim we've seen have been like resembling animals.
Yeah, but I think in his research he did see something about Grim that could like at least mimic intelligence, like the one that we saw
This year.
in this year. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down.
Oh my god, they just tell us.
Let's see. Calcite is where he wants to go.
Calcite?
Calcite. Okay. There's there are, let's see, guys create golems. Nightmares are dream eaters from Doctor Who plus Sand Monster. And
Okay.
Chill is capable of possessing sentient creatures, possessing people with limited speech, and a seer is like a crystal ball. So, Moon Dentity is Erebus, maybe? Look at religious temples and the important religious Regagus sites of Erebus. So there's Calcite, Lake of I don't know.
Lake of Descent.
And Lake of Descent. Let me make that word a whole lot shorter than it is. There's a Grim expert in Nace and a cemetery church. I think we should also talk to Tria. And then yes.
Tria, the lady from Calcite?
Yeah,
Or
she's
Calcite.
one of the 10. And she might have some more. And then my notes end with, is Thicket the Lunar Archon? Because Micah said something about a missing Archon.
What are Archons again?
The 10.
The 10.
Oh, the gods. Okay.
Broadly,
They're the servants of the gods.
Broadly, an Archon is a servant of the gods. Not like
an
humanoid,
archangel.
But yeah, like an archangel, big, high-level servant of a deity.
Okay.
And that is attributed
Only the namesake of this campaign, and I didn't know that.
Only the namesake. And, well, to be fair, no one did for a long time, and then you'll ask the question. Really, it was when y'all were researching the 10 that you got the name Archon.
Oh, which one was missing? No. Was it a lot of people haven't seen Quinque in a long time?
A lot of people haven't seen a lot of them in a long time. But people...
Okay.
Quinque is one that has not been seen in a very, very long time.
Sad.
Wasn't seen very often even before the schism. And all of them have seen much less since then.
Can any of them shapeshift?
That'll be a religion check to find out.
Probably.
Religion. I'm amazing at those. Whoa!
Yeah, so you would find that not necessarily by nature being an Archon, because some Archons can't really. I mean, they can have some level of manipulation over themselves, even to the point of like invisibility or teleportation, as they can travel through the planes at will. All of them can. That is one of the gifts that comes with being one of the 10 Archons, as far as you know. But in particular, 4 kind of, I guess 5. Yeah, so 5 do have the ability to borderline shapeshift at will. Winquay and Sax, both as Elder Dragons, have the ability to take on forms and shapeshift. Unis and Due, by virtue of being an Archangel and an Archdevil, can. And Tria, through magical means, can.
Makes sense.
But Quator and the 4 Elementals, there's no history of them doing so. It's also very rare to see Quator, because as far as all the stories go, he is constantly patrolling the Shadowfell, trimming out anything that is considered to be a danger to the other planes. He is spoken of as a large Grim Reaper.
Okay, cool. Well, we met Tria.
Did
So
see Tria.
that's one of the 5.
One of the 10. Or
Both
one of the
those
5 that were
sentences.
just listed as potentially shape-shifting.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Both sentences were correct.
It's one of the 5 of the 10.
Okay. Let's. So, what are we doing now? We're in Vane.
Yes. You and I are at the library. Garon's getting pie, and John's taking a nap or something.
Okay. If
Doug is also probably engaging in pie, I will say.
I really, really want to go to Calcite. Do you remember a tree in Calcite?
On the audio.
What?
Because we've been there. A tree in Calcite?
What did Micah say?
Oh. Micah? He's gone.
Sorry. I was off of headphones for a second. I'm back.
I thought you said something.
Okay.
I do. Calcite's the place that we stopped before going to fight the hags.
Bingo.
Correct. I remember being very interested in Calcite because of the Erebus connection.
Yes. Me too.
So I would argue that probably yes, I do remember a tree.
That
Somewhere.
was about when you started memorizing individual trees, so I'm going to say probably. At the very least, like there were some trees when you were out on the back. You were at the notes. Calcite.
I did talk to
At the
the
Rivertop
priest
house.
there, right?
Hmm.
Didn't I talk to the priest there, Erebus?
You were told about him, but I don't think you spoke to him while you were there.
I talked to someone, and we tried an exorcism or something. I don't remember where that was.
I think that was in Vacuo that you
Okay.
tried to, at the behest and financing of Simeon, you attempted an exorcism, as they had tried before with, I can't remember her name. Not a vampire, tiefling. Asuka. Yeah, as he had tried before with Asuka, and it failed, like it did with Asuka. Or at least
Cool.
seemingly had no effect.
Wow. I agree with Gambit. I am also interested in going to Calcite for a bit. Is there... Should we go meet up with the rest of the party?
Sure.
Yeah. so we can talk with all of us.
You find Garand and Doug having pie of indeterminate flavor in the inn. Garand, you can decide what the pie is. At the Dancing Goose.
I figured you were going to do that because that was your tavern.
Wild berries.
If they have, I was gonna say if they have something interesting available, maybe they do a
collection of local berries that are gathered.
Yeah, maybe they could do a blueberry pie with like a lemon crust and a lavender whipped cream.
That too. Sounds lovely.
Right? I thought so.
It's an interesting combination.
Sounds good to me. John seems hesitant.
And then he takes a bite of the pie, and it's like that scene from Ratatouille. Shapes and colors.
Totally.
Reality. Which scene? The one where you eat it and you're trying to get it and then nope, got nothing? Goes back to eating trash? Or the world opens up?
That's up to him.
Got something? Nope.
John doesn't like it.
Fair enough.
Is there... I'll ask the party. Is there anywhere that we need to go that's like time sensitive?
Are people
None I
usually
can think
sensitive
of.
to time? Doug says.
Saving the world.
That's pretty good job, Micah. That's a pretty good job.
Doug says, are people usually sensitive to time?
I don't know. It seems like we have a little bit.
Like, do people get allergic to certain times?
Not that kind of sensitive, buddy.
Oh, what kind of sensitive?
Like they know what time it is.
Don't most people usually know what time it is? All you have to do is look
You'd
outside
be
and see
surprised.
the sun. Or not see the sun.
I was just wanting to know if we needed to be somewhere like quickly, if we had anywhere that we needed to go that we haven't gone yet. Gambit and I were talking about potentially going to Calcite for a bit. The temples of Erebus up there.
Cool, let's go. Well, after tonight. Gron, do you want to try to whip up some a performance?
Yeah, we can get a rest here. I'm sure we can just make a one-time hey, let's hey, they're back in town for a night, sort of thing. So it's probably fine.
What time is it?
At this point, 5 p.m. People are starting to shuffle in for dinner.
Also, I did want a chance to see if Lady was there. I wanted to have a conversation with her.
You would have been able to ask. What is his name?
Which lady? Gambit's girlfriend?
Geralt. You would have been able to ask Geralt if Grace was there, and she is in town. Yes.
Grace Lavania. Okay.
Lady Grace Lavania.
Yeah. Hey. Do you know where she's about, or if I can get word to her shortly? I'd like to speak with her a bit, if I could.
She's somewhere in town. Not sure exactly where. I'm sure if you wait here long enough, she'll come back. Having managed the place, I can't imagine she would have an issue with you performing if that's what this is about.
I don't know what he wants with her, but yeah, I do.
Yeah, we perform for the night, John and Garond back for a special occasion, and then, we eat dinner, breakfast, and have a room, sort of thing.
Great to me. I'd be happy to oblige.
Thank
After
you.
you've proven yourselves previous times, I don't imagine the lady would have any issues.
Thank you so much.
Of course. What time do you plan on starting? I can see if I can get a crier to go let some people know.
How about opening set 7:45, actual stage start 8 o'clock, and that way we've got time to eat. Is that sufficient? And we play till like 10:30.
Does he want
Right.
to step outside and call over a messenger or find someone nearby and pay them a few silver to make their way around town?
Delightful.
Performing then, unless you have anything else you're going to do with the evening. Eventually, Grace will return before people do, before the performance starts. Is Gambit going to take any precautions to not interact with her?
So
Yes.
hold on, sorry. So just in case I wasn't able to get a hold of her between the first when I got there and asked about her and afterwards.
Yeah,
from,
she
like,
would come before
after the 7:45.
She would come before then. She would arrive sooner, probably 6 something.
Okay. If that's true, am I able to have a conversation with her first?
Before she gets there to interact with Gambit? Or not interact with Gambit? You could make your way to go find her, certainly, if that's what you wanted to do. But if you mean like an interaction before y'all play, then yes, you can have an interaction before y'all play music.
Yes. I don't know, whatever makes sense. I'm trying to have a conversation with her. So whatever makes sense in your head, if it works out. If it doesn't,
What are you
okay.
trying to have the conversation before? Before she interacts with the rest of the party, or before you play music?
I mean, I don't know when everyone else is planning on getting there, although I did invite everybody over for dinner. So it's just as soon as I get the chance. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what...
Are you trying to talk to her before she has a chance to see the party at all, or just before you play music?
Before she has a chance to see the party is the hope.
Okay, so yeah, we could say, if you're intending to, you could manage to step outside and go catch her before she goes inside to see everyone.
Excellent.
Ah, Garant.
Alright, just the lady I was looking for. Listen, Lady Grace, a couple things. One,
Yes.
I don't know if you have a shot with Gambit or not. But I would encourage you to maybe is it private here? I'm trying to like whisper and keep this low key.
Yeah, you're kind of out in the open, but you're not within earshot of anyone.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to just like kind of really apologize for your maybe aggressive interest in him. If you're willing to open up to me about why you were so invested, I might have a clue as to how to help you. Because, it's not good for people to be alone most cases. No, some people, sure, but most of the time, no. And sometimes we fight against things, if you will. So, what made you so inclined to pursue him? Was it his wanted poster made him a bad boy in your eyes, and you thought, oh, I'll set him right?
He raises an eyebrow. Certainly not that. The wanted poster made me consider killing him. But, after finding out the truth, and the kindness of his heart, I saw something a bit nicer inside of him. A real person. I was impressed with his skills. It made him interesting to me. though he's made it rather clear that he has not the same interest in me.
Oh, so you did have more of a discussion then about that whole scenario. So
No,
have
but he's
you
been
since
avoiding me
moved?
ever since.
Oh, so you haven't since moved on, or do you feel aggrieved?
I understand, based on the situation, he may consider me a danger to him. Given my immediate investigation and how quickly I looked past his disguise. I didn't have time to get too emotionally invested. Disappointing that there's no consideration, but, well, you can't make someone act the way you want them to.
That's true. That is true. You are right. What you can do, though, is you can
Yes.
be completely vulnerable. Lay your cards on the table. Explain you were looking for him because you thought you had to kill him because you thought he was a bad guy. And then you find out the truth that he's actually kind of awesome, and it actually stirred something in your heart. And maybe, well, I don't know, but maybe that'll be enough to at least allow him the preponderance of the idea that, okay, so she was aggressively hunting me for one reason and found out something better. And so, since she had already gone so far, it wasn't much further for her to make the last leap. You know, I mean, sometimes vulnerability is all it takes. Of course, sometimes people are just absolutely mortified at, oh no, I don't want to be in prison again. So, I mean, there can be a lot going through his head, but if you are so inclined, if you wanted to show your namesake the grace, if you will, then perhaps at least that apology will go enough of a way to where he will not treat you in, I would say, an unworthy manner. Because I think it is outside of his character to do that. And I think that he takes it personally and should not. So maybe, just maybe, that's the way to go. And maybe you could become friends. Maybe nothing happens. Maybe it's more. I don't know. But I would highly recommend a more intentional sort of communication. If you would be so interested, I may also encourage him in a similar way to guide him to possibly hear you out of it.
Well, I'd certainly be willing to apologize for perhaps coming on a bit aggressive. Although I don't know how sorry I truly am. I was under the impression he was a danger to my town. But I can at least make an apology for making him feel in danger himself. If I can even manage a conversation with him. He is avoidant.
Yeah, it's true. I guess it's not about apologizing for something you don't believe, but maybe apologizing for not making it clear why you were so aggressive in the first place and why it wasn't much further from the original intent. Because pursuing someone who you believed was a danger, and then finding out, oh, he's not a danger. In fact, he's actually quite good, and how that can quickly turn a violent aggression into a more flirtatious aggression. Again, just the apology of, I'm sorry that I rushed from one to the other, and I didn't explain myself well. I don't know. Again, use your words, not mine, but something along those lines.
Well, maybe I'll give it a try. You sound like Gerald sometimes, at least when I was younger.
Again, you never know what can happen if you don't try.
If you can
So-
push Gambit to actually have a conversation with me, I can at least apologize. We'll see if anything else happens. I'm not too worried about it. He doesn't seem... If he shows no interest of his own, that is his choice. And there's nothing I will do or can do to push him.
Milady,
I'll take care of
and he
my
bows. Oh, sorry. I thought she was done because you
I'll
paused. I'm
take care
sorry.
of mine and
Go
my
ahead.
town, first and foremost. I don't know that Gambit has the same goals. Should you introduce me to a conversation, I can at least apologize.
Just out of character, are you done? I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. So he bows. Milady, your name pales in comparison to the great nature of your character. You truly are very gracious. Thank you so much. I have arranged with Geralt. He believed that you would not have a problem with this, but that we would be performing tonight, as you may have already learned, for obviously dinner, breakfast, and a room.
Oh, no.
If there's any
Of course.
additional
Gerald is
issues.
correct. You can have the room and food and whatever tips people choose to give you.
Delightful. Thank you again.
Of course, Gerard. As she would enter in, following behind Garand, let's go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break. Sound good?
Woot woot.
5 to 10 minutes.
I see a panda.
Panda?
Is
Panda!
it a sad panda?
It's a Ranbu P. Desolate. Whatever that
It's supposed to be a panda? I thought it was a freaky little guy.
Maury, what is it?
It might be a freaky guy. It might be a freaky. It looks like a panda.
I use it like a skull.
Oh.
It's mostly like, I don't know how to describe it.
Skull shaped.
It looks like a Mumu from League of Legends, so I've always kind of assumed it as being like a silly crying face.
Here, one sec. It's this, but randomified into a particle, like an Enderman.
I see.
Because that's like his whole brand. So it's like that paired with one of these guys.
This is what I was picturing.
It's definitely gonna be interesting though when Gron's like, "Hey, Gavin, come in, man."
Well, Gambit and her have already had this conversation. The conversation that you're trying to get them have the conversation about.
The conversation
And-
with Lady Grace.
Yes.
Lady Grace. The Lady Grace
Yeah.
conversation.
She's already apologized. And Gambit was like, okay, but I still don't like you, so.
So he knew
we'll
that.
tolerate each other.
So he does know that she was originally
Yes.
trying to.
Yes.
Kill
He
him,
knows
and
everything about. Yeah, he knows all that.
Okay,
Then he
well, I
doesn't
mean, it'll be a whole thing then, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, Cheyenne. Sleep well, your dreams, brush your teeth.
No, Cheyenne.
For teeth!
Everybody
For
says
2
good night,
minutes!
and also brush teeth for 2 minutes.
Sing a
So
song to
that's
yourself.
Yeah, speaking of singing a song to yourself, she is going to audition for her middle school choir, and she is going to be brave and take a challenging song as part of her audition. She's going to sing "Celestial" from Ed Sheeran when some
Nice.
other auditioners are doing more simple things. So I'm very proud of her. She's great.
Great job, Cheyenne. I believe in you.
I'll let her know. She's I have my headset on, so.
If I'd remembered that Grace had apologized, and maybe she should have said, I believe I have apologized to Garand. But hey,
Yeah.
it's too late now.
It is what
We'll
it is.
apologize again. It's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe
I can't remember when it happened, but it was around the same time as the door thing, I think. Or like we left and then we came back.
See,
And then it was when we came back. She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and Gavin was like, "I get your side, but I still like. It doesn't change your intentions. Doesn't change the fact that you, what is it? Extortion. The fact that she extorted Gambit into doing something for her."
Maybe that's what she meant to apologize for. Or maybe,
Yeah, but
maybe
she
not. I don't know.
apologized for that. And Gambit
Oh.
was like, "Okay, that's fine, but you still did it, and so I'm still never going to trust you."
Okay. Well, what was the extortion thing? Because my original thought, my thoughts here were that she should apologize for the aggression which caused her to make other bad decisions. and effectively-
Basically, she made Gambit feel like if he didn't do this super secret stealth mission for her, then she would turn him into the police.
Okay. Okay. That's all stuff that Garon doesn't know then. Or if he did, somehow I've forgotten that. Because I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, Garon knew, I'm pretty sure, because Gambit told the party. I'm pretty sure. Because it was the whole thing with the umbrella. And the secret admirer. Yeah, there was the note. There was like, meet him with the blue umbrella. And then it was her. And then she was like, "I know who you are." And he was like, "Oh." And he was like, "Well," she was like, she didn't come out.
Doug was the only one to see the umbrella, and he didn't know it was an umbrella, so we missed the whole meeting.
Yeah.
True. That happened.
It did. Yeah. And then he did the job, and then he came back and told the party, and that's where the seer was, right?
Yeah.
Azer got drunk.
Yeah.
And so I think he told the party when he came and told him about the job that he did for her.
I think the party joined and helped with that a bit, because they were part of that fight.
Yeah. Well, it's like Gambit did, I don't know. I remember Gambit did go off and do one thing by himself, maybe like a recon, and then the party came back for the actual mission.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think I was spider mode.
Yes, you were spider mode. You were on my hat for the meeting with the lady. With Lady Grace Sylvania.
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see where it goes because I genuinely remember things differently. So, that's the thing about playing a campaign for 3 years.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, I guess Garon's perspective is. Well, like I said, we'll get into it when we get into it.
Garon just really loves love, and he doesn't want them to give up on each other.
He doesn't see that Gambit doesn't care about love.
Yeah, I mean that is a very real world type of thing. that is a very real world sort of situation that your friend would be like, "Nah, I set you up on this date," and you're like, "I didn't want to go on a date."
I don't want to go on a date.
That is very just normal real world actually.
Yeah, and I mean it's gonna be one of those things where Garon will get like a bubble pipe, and blow bubbles and say, "So tell me, why do you feel that you do not want a relationship?" He's gonna pretend to be like a
Be Gambit's therapist.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll deal with it after we save the world, figure out what's going on in Thicket, figure out what's going on in Reef, figure out what's going on with this thing in this box.
Eventually,
Destroy
when we
the
don't feel
orange
like we're
sun.
gonna get
Destroy the dream guy.
TPK'd, we're gonna go to Nace and fight Tatsuri.
Yeah. Figure out who stop Thicket from turning into a Grim, and figure out who created him. Then maybe when all that checklist is done,
You can consider going on a date.
he'll consider it.
It's interesting.
If everyone's back, it sounds like everyone is. The party returns into the tavern, reattaching themselves to reality as Grace walks up. Oh, messengers. Pleasure to see you all again.
Is Gambit gonna hide or something?
Gambit's like, why am I here? Is it like a party or something?
It's just the evening dinner rush.
Okay. He's gonna go up to we're staying at the hotel. The Dancing Goose, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I let you know that lunch or dinner and breakfast are covered, and the room is covered. So
Okay.
come on over because we're gonna start performing 7:45, and then
Okay.
8 o'clock is when the show starts or whatever. So if you want to eat, it's better to do so before then, especially if you have any other plans or what have you. If we get a chance to talk over the dinner, then I will talk. We'll talk. But if not, then that's okay too.
I think Gambit's gonna go up to the hotel room and then get ready for dinner. Like, wash up. It's been a long day. And then come down. Yes, I do. I have been thinking of a question that I want to ask God. And I've narrowed it
We
down.
got whenever you're ready.
Okay. I've got like 2 ways that I want to go. Let me think.
While she's thinking, I need Garand and John to roll your standard performance checks, riffing off of each other, all that jazz.
Arctics and all that.
Yep.
Look at that, buddy. You got 8.
Yep.
That occurred within 7 days? Like, they don't have a memory that goes past 7 days?
The magic will only give you so much of an answer.
Oh. A
There's
cryptic
your-
mine or an omen, not a yes or no.
Yeah, there's your bardic.
Yeah,
Okay.
the 7 days is what we call balancing.
Performance.
I thought it was more of like a 20 questions. That
Nat
had
20,
a
baby.
cooldown.
Nice, bud. Nice.
Well, it's not. It's more like a 1 question with a cooldown.
I also got a nat 20, bro.
Whoa, this is our best performance ever.
We're just in for one night, and we just like murder the entire place. Tria shows up, and we don't even have to go find her.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what Gambit. Gambit is watching for Tria to come. He's not watching their performance, even though it is amazing. He's watching for Tria to come, and once he sees her, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I got some questions for you. I got a friend that I gotta help."
I'll get 41 gold pieces.
And it's like, wait, what if she appears? I gotta go watch this.
Mhm.
I'll get 41 gold pieces, 38 silver pieces, and 256 copper pieces.
Nice.
Whatever John wants to keep, Grand is fine with, but the rest he's gonna put in the party fund.
I mean, we can go half and half. I don't care.
Okay, so John takes half of that, and then the other half will go into the party fund.
I need some pocket change. I don't have hardly anything.
I can appreciate that.
Make a perception check, Gambit.
Excuse me.
Perception
Nice one,
check.
too.
I'm gonna do a hero point on this. Because I do not want to miss. Alright.
What was that, Maury?
Can I make one too?
Yeah.
A 4!
Nice.
Dang,
What is the-
4.
What is the 38 there?
That's the number of silver pieces.
Oh, what was the 27 then?
An accident.
Oh, okay.
An accident. That was awesome.
It is
Okay.
accurate.
Here comes perception check. Ooh.
Nice.
So like 27. Plus the d4 that I rolled, a hero point.
27. I think it is not. You would at one point, Gambit, partway through as they are performing incredibly. You do see at the back of the room, gently clapping along, is
Treya? Okay. Gambit's going to is she like sitting down?
this
And
woman.
she's sitting down in the back of the room?
She is sitting on
Yay.
a stool at a otherwise empty table in the back of the room,
Okay.
clapping
Fantastic.
along.
Gambit is going to go and sit down beside her.
You walk over as her eyes do fall to you with a very slight surprise, and then you sit down next to her. Or rather, at the same table. The other stool available.
Enjoying their performance?
Yes, they're quite good.
They are really good. They've really outdone themselves this time, I think.
Yes, I don't know if it's something about this place, but they seem to perform their best here.
They do. They do. I don't want to interrupt the performance because I know that they're really good and I don't want to miss it. But afterwards, could we talk a little bit? I have some questions for you.
What sort of questions?
Well, I have a friend who's very sick / in danger, and we've got a limited amount of time. We've got some time, but you know, a couple years or so before it becomes a problem. And I need to figure out some things. And I thought maybe if you didn't have the answers, you could at least point me in the right direction.
Alright. Are you going to do anything for me in return?
I could, yeah, sure.
What would you like to do?
What would you need done?
No. I asked. I didn't know. I didn't have a request ready. I didn't come here intending anyone to see me.
Well, what sort of things do you like? Well, obviously you like music.
I do.
I love that you're gonna make a Fey deal. Watch you become a warlock. Anyway.
Music, the arts. Drama.
Do you like musical instruments?
Do.
I don't know. I feel like there is something that I could do for you, but I feel like you're so much more powerful than me. It's kind of like trying to get a gift for someone who has a lot of money. They like already buy what you're going to give them before you can give it to them.
See, it's a difficult question. Sometimes the things I want do not line up with the duties I'm given. I still am an archfey. I have an interest in different things. And ultimately, what I can't do is make people act in certain ways. Not without magic, not that I meant to manipulate mortals. You think you could offer me something of interest? Something fun to watch?
Well, I'm not the very musically talented one in it. Well, I mean, you could watch our adventuring party. I think we're pretty entertaining, like what we do.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
Sometimes you're more entertaining than others. Others you are
Oh,
battering your way through a castle. I can understand why some would be interested. I find it rather boring, grass even.
well, what type of things are you? Like, what moments of ours that have you been interested in?
I would say John meeting his parents again. That one was an interesting one. Very
Okay.
sweet moments. Probably more so when he was attacked by the one he'd abandoned and left for dead in the street.
Well, what if I give you a promise?
What would that promise be?
The promise would be I can't do it right away because I have to figure out how to save my friend and how to save the world and a couple of other things on my list. But eventually I'm going to have to figure out where my family is.
Oh.
So I can promise that, and I'm sure that is going to be, I don't know if they're alive, you know, like where my brother is, what my father and mother are doing, and eventually I'm going to have to reckon with what's going on with Reef. I'm sure you know about the situation there.
I have some idea. It hasn't
yeah.
captured my interest, but I'm vaguely aware.
It will be like a telenova, I'm pretty sure. Full of emotional yet bitter reunions, thick with emotion and
perhaps even emotion.
yes, lots of it, probably.
Potentially.
So, what about that?
That certainly seems possible. Hardly seems a guarantee. Tell you what. I'll answer 2 questions.
Okay.
Or I'll answer 1. Depends on how much you want the second question. I want you, as she nods over... Or she nods to the room in general. Yes, I suppose this was here last time. And she looks directly at Grace. I want you to tell her that you love her. I don't quite care what you do after that, but all you have to do is tell her.
Okay. So,
Mikey, you're the best.
do I have to mean it?
No. Nor do I care what you do
Okay.
after you say it. But you have to tell her that you love her.
Okay. Okay, can do it.
Ah!
I've got it. I've got this.
I'm sure you do. And I'll meet you in the quiet later to answer your questions.
Okay. All right.
You go back to listening to the music until you...
Yes.
Do you get up and...
Gibbet's got a plan.
Alright. The rest of the music goes off without a hitch. They play phenomenally well. At one point when you're watching them, you turn and look back over and she is gone. You see her not
Nice.
anymore.
Okay. All right. Gibbet's gonna go up to Lady Grace Savania.
During the performances?
How much is she watching?
She's watching. She is sitting, presumably, with the rest of the party. who's not
Okay,
performing.
then never. Well, is she's with the rest of the party?
Unless they gave any indication that they didn't want her to be there. Maury?
Oh, like they're all at the same table?
Yeah. Would
Okay.
Thicket, or you think Doug, have any indication for her to move? Or would they?
No.
Do I even know that she's there? I rolled a 13.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Tria, talking about Grace.
Oh.
Do you have any issue with
I don't
Grace?
want to sit by Grace, but I'm not going to kick her out.
Then she might end up over at the bar, seeing your thinly veiled dislike. I can't imagine Thicket was trying very hard to hide it.
No, not really.
Okay. I
Careless Whisper starts playing.
no. I
I was gonna say that the whole set has been like, repairing relationships and like,
yeah. Oh.
missed love, like ships in the night sort of thing. Like,
Oh
just the whole-
boy. Okay. So
I've
she's sitting at the
definitely
bar.
been teeing it up unintentionally, but
She is.
Okay. I gotta phrase it so specifically. Okay. I have an idea. I just have to get the way that I say it perfectly right.
Perfectly correct. I mean, Tria has a recommendation. Just walk up to her and say, I love you, and then count to 10.
No. She wants me to. She said she didn't care what
But you
happened
said
directly after, right?
Yeah, she didn't say. She said she didn't
Yeah.
care what else you said after.
Okay.
Long as you told her that you love her.
Does it have to be the words "I love you"?
That's the impression you got.
Okay.
I sent that gif of it's a telenovela, and I have that scene stuck in my head.
I don't even know what that's from.
Painting and saw that his dead husband was, and saw that Teresa's dead husband was Roberto. He had eloped with his enemy's widow. It's a telenovela. It's from Interview with a Vampire, the TV show version.
Which one is a vampire?
The two on the couch. That's from left to right is Armand and Louis.
Sounds like a telenovela. Oh, right. That's a good idea. I should put on my D&D emotional playlist.
Would John and Garant notice that Gambit is going up to Grace? And
Make a perception check.
any chance I would have advantage because I've been trying to figure out how to get them to interact anyway, or no?
No, you're distracted. You're playing music.
Got it. Alright, well then do I have disadvantage?
No. I'm gonna say no. Unfortunately, you probably wouldn't. I would have liked if the rolls were high enough and you could start playing romantic music, but
That would have been nice.
unfortunately, the dice did not dictate that. Instead, you're playing like Back in Black or something.
That goes with my fire bagpipes
Yeah,
for sure.
bagpipes go hard. Ticket, on the other hand, would probably passive perception be able to notice.
Out of curiosity, Micah, did Jack give you like a leave this behind letter that he gives us and that we find in the morning or something?
No, to be honest, I was going to, whenever y'all decided to leave the town, whether it was now or next session or otherwise, he is going to, say that he would like to stay back for a little bit and take some time to think. Because, well, Gambit thinks to himself and plans out his next moves. Jack, playing Doug, will be out for a few sessions. At which point he will return. He's got some stuff going on, which is perfectly alright. And then he will return later on. So Doug will, bow out for just a few sessions and take some time to think after the previous arc, and has access to teleportation, so he can get sent off to join the party whenever the time comes. It actually works out that y'all are here when he is going to take some time to himself. Well, Gambit?
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Gambit walks up as she turns to look at you, seeing you approach.
Okay. Your Lady Grace, I have something to tell you.
She raises an eyebrow. Frankly, I'm
That
surprised
is-
you're approaching me.
Yes. It's about that. So listen, I love you. That is, I'd love if we could reach an understanding. So I'm sure you've noticed that I've been
Roll an insight check.
avoiding. Okay. I'm sure you've noticed that I've been avoiding you. But I appreciate everything that you've done for our party. And so I wish that we could reach a truce. I'll quit avoiding, and we can maintain a professional, formal relationship.
You would see the instant surprise at the start.
Mm-hmm.
And as you continue, at a slight blush immediately.
Okay.
And
I
as
don't
you
know if
went
my
on
plan
with
worked.
a little bit of... Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
The gods are rooting against you.
Or certain archfey.
Oh, I didn't do persuasion.
What was your bonus?
My bonus
That's
is
hilarious.
13. Also, I cannot. It's a 10. Hold on. Let me do it correctly. This matters.
You effectively get off the intention of you trying to pick it back up and clarify, like, not that, just like, you would love if you could figure things out and not be at each other's throat or have any issues. And her face, it shifts out of the kind of happiness, or not happiness, but the surprise and blush into a cold look. I'm gonna have her make a wisdom check.
Sorry.
You step back
What?
instantly as her hand misses your face just barely before she picks up her dress with her hands and just walks and leaves the room.
What?
exiting outside.
Okay.
As she moved to slap
Alright.
you and you stepped off to the side.
Why? Okay. Doesn't matter. Don't care. I did it exactly how I wanted it to go. Actually, this went fantastic. Give
Is there any chance that Garon saw any of that?
Perception check. I think it definitely did.
Oh, I rolled anyway.
Hey, let's go. Next
Okay,
Click
I think
and
it
get
super
what's
click
going.
definitely
Listen,
did. John
Then-
and Garon both had noticed them talking for a second before Gambit stepped back as she went to slap him before storming out of the room.
Charisma save to not drop the note. I don't know. I feel like
Make a charisma save.
I feel like 100% I'd be like, "Mer."
Should I make one too?
If you want.
Why not?
If Tria was still around, she would have noticed a slight hesitation in one of the notes.
He's still around. You just can't see her.
I'll manage to maintain composure, I would say. Did the party do anything differently after this instance?
What time is it?
At this point, 9:30, almost 10.
Way to go. That is a solid joke.
Do you two finish your set?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not, I mean, the show must go on, but good grief, am I going to have words with Gambit? What the heck is going on, bro?
Does they could do anything?
Looks on at Gambit in shock, like, what the heck? What happened?
Gambit gives a thumbs up.
He confusedly returns the thumbs up.
That's amazing.
The rest of the set completes.
You guys are probably too young to have seen it, but Steve Martin did this movie called The Jerk, and like, I get such The Jerk vibes from Gambit so often. It's just so like.
I'm
If you guys
definitely
like Steve
curious for
Martin,
more
it's older.
information on it.
If you guys like Steve Martin, if you like his comedy, recommend it. Although there may be inappropriate scenes. I don't know. It's the 80s. A lot of stuff should not have happened, but it did. So I guess watch with caution. It's been a while.
Questionable content in it.
Oh, you remember the movie? Okay.
seen
Seen
it, yeah.
a Steve Martin movie that wasn't pretty raunchy.
By the dozen.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Cheaper by the dozen, yeah, it definitely.
There's a lot of innuendo in it if you watch it as an adult.
It's pretty wholesome, for the most part.
I don't know.
All the
Technically,
innuendo.
for the record, technically having innuendo and being wholesome are non-mutually exclusive. They just usually do not go as to coincide.
Yeah.
Have you seen a Pixar movie? They have tons of jokes for parents.
That's true. The set finishes.
Was there any that any of my like builder friends were there? Either the wood guy or the leather guy.
Yeah, Adrian and Fabian would come for a little bit, though Adrian would take his kids and wife back before the set is over.
Right.
As the girls are fairly young. But Fabian would stay a bit longer before heading out. Or
Yeah, I'll swing by their place after breakfast. Well, places, because I mean they're like across the street from each other or whatever. But yeah,
yes, the party retires for the evening up to your rooms, which I believe you would still have 2.
I think so.
Almost certainly.
Hey, is there an orange sun, like satellite office here in Vane?
No, there is. There, as far as you know, there is no Orange Sun base in Vane.
That's good that they haven't branched out here yet. That's great. Sorry.
Ask all the questions you'd like. As the party gets up to the room.
What happened there, Gambit? Was that meant to go that way?
It was sure. It went the way that Gambit needed it.
Well,
Way that I
was awesome.
needed
In the third person.
It was dramatic. And I think that's what I wanted and what I needed.
I mean, maybe Gambit's going through a weird character arc right now, and his own growth of I want to be ostentatious and obnoxiously pretentious and speak third person. Who knows? Man, what? Man, what?
Okay.
I
don't
was
know.
surprised that you talked to her in general, and even
Well,
more surprised that she
listen.
tapped you.
I got a score. And I had to do a dare, and the dare was to talk to her and tell her that I loved her. Which I did in a very roundabout and I don't know. I tried to make us have a truce. But it didn't. She got upset for some reason, and it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know why she got upset.
Pickett, you were there. Did Gambit have any tact at all?
What? I was there?
You were next to
Not
them.
within earshot. Not within earshot. No.
Oh.
I specifically did not sit by Grace.
Okay.
So I was at a table or something with Doug. And Grace was at a bar. I mean, I can read lips. I don't know.
You were closer.
Did you care enough to find out or whatever? But look, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not Tigger's fault. It's like maybe it's my fault. Listen, man.
Grace didn't say anything, did she?
Nope.
Okay,
And
so yeah, you wouldn't have been
from
able
my point
to
of
see.
view, I don't think I would have even seen what Gambit said, and then
Yeah.
she didn't respond.
That's
She
fair. That's fair.
responded.
Yeah.
She didn't speak.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Technically a response.
Y'all want to know why she acted like that? You're gonna to her yourself.
Look, man. Hey, all right. You guys have both done things to hurt each other. Even if you tried to cover it up for whatever reason.
What did I do?
You said you just told us that you said that you loved her, and then you corrected it.
In like a a way that it was a slip of the tongue.
No, see, but that's not what when a girl has a crush on you. That's not what they're going to hear. Are you telling me
Okay.
in the entire time that you were locked up in, orphan prison or whatever that was called, that there were no females?
Prison.
Orphan prison?
It's the best words I've got, man.
I've been around enough women to know that you don't refer to them as females. I know that for sure.
Okay, ladies, girl, people. I don't know, whatever. I mean, we're among fellas here. It's all guys. I don't know what the problem is, but all right, fine. You're a very forward-thinking fella, I guess. Okay. Regardless, are you telling me that you've been around enough women to know that they don't like being called that or whatever, and yet you don't know to not say I love you to someone that likes you?
Well, I knew it was going to be a disaster, and that's what I wanted it to be. I was trying not for it to be a disaster, but to get what I want, it had to be, so I had to do it.
You did this for a dare?
Yes.
Who dared you?
I don't really want to say because I don't want it to breach the terms and conditions of the dare.
Look, all right, man. Look, I don't know what to tell you, but lately it's for a while now. In fact, it seems like you've kind of gone off on like this weird, like, crazy path where like you seemingly are almost like self-destructive. And maybe it's just an outside perspective, but is everything all right? Do you want to sit and talk about something, man?
No, I'm just. We need to have an intervention.
Intervention? I'm just. A sacrifice had to be made to get something important.
But you basically sacrificed her. You didn't have to sacrifice it.
I didn't really care about that anyway. I didn't really want to have a relationship with her anyway, so...
No. You're missing the point, man. You didn't... Not the relationship. Fine, you don't want the relationship. That's fine. That's a whole other discussion. You sacrificed her feelings. That's not right of you to do that to her when she had expressed interest in you.
Maybe not, but now we're even. Because she did the same to me. So now we can call even.
That's not even. You don't get even by doing one wrong thing to another wrong thing. No. It's forgiveness. It's communication. It's understanding. It's not, well, you did it first. That's no. Man, I can't believe you lately, man. Like, you've got to have something else on your brain. What is so pressing that everything else falls by the wayside, but this one thing, that ever it is?
Well, I can't tell you until after the deal's done.
When's that gonna be?
Fine.
I don't know.
Look, man, we're gonna need to find another place to stay, or at least you, or something. Maybe you could stay at the library from now on, or something. It's not right. Yeah, I think you really heard her, man. Like, differently than like, oh, you upset someone and made them mad. I think you actually heard her. And what she did to you was not okay, right? I'm not justifying that. But she wasn't trying to hurt you. Sort of, I guess she was. Yeah, okay, there's an argument for, she was trying to hurt you because she thought you was a bad guy. But she wasn't trying to hurt your heart, just protect the town. Whereas you, as far as I can tell, were like, oh, well, who cares?
Did something that I didn't want to do to protect someone that I love. So we're the same.
Well, then maybe you have common ground, but I think you need to, I don't know, maybe it's just better just cut it all off altogether. But look, you can't be doing that, man. Like, that's not okay. You understand that, right?
I don't think it was my fault. I think she
It was
misunderstood what I was trying to say.
No, I think she got the first part, and then you effectively backpedaled in her mind. You have to try to understand what it's going to feel like. Mate, have you ever had a crush on someone? Have you ever felt anything for someone like that? Okay, then just understand that, like, communication is the way to go, not flippancy. Okay, and you have come across lately as very flippant, as if maybe you're like singly focused on one path, direction, idea. You don't want to tell me, you can't tell me whatever the situation is fine, but you need to at least talk to yourself, man. Like, it's not okay. You sacrificed someone else. You didn't sacrifice yourself.
Well, I didn't want to do it. I'd
Right.
rather not have said it.
I don't believe that, and I'm not particularly good at telling things like that. You seem quite happy.
Right.
In fact, I saw a thumbs up.
Inside check. Forgive that.
What are you trying to tell?
Say it.
Which sentence are you looking at specifically?
Gambit saying, I didn't want to say it.
Did Gambit not want to say it? Did he care?
No, he didn't. He didn't want to say it, but he did it because he's trying to get some information to help save.
You would get, based on the insight, that he didn't necessarily want to say it, but he considers whatever is this deal to be more valuable.
All right, man. I don't know what's going on with you, man. And we've been around each other for far too long. I hope this sorts out, man. I'm going to go try to find her and apologize if she wants to meet with me. And I don't know that you guys should interact ever again. So maybe you go find somewhere else to stay tonight, man.
That would be fine with me. I can go find somewhere else to stay.
Right.
Gambit will
completely ugh.
Gambit will go get his stuff and then I don't know if he'll sleep on a bench, but find a more underground kind of dingy.
A nice
place.
alleyway box.
Yeah, a place that definitely has a rogue rune, thieves' cant on it.
I was gonna say a thieves can't hey, it's good to sleep here.
Yeah.
Did you still want to talk to God tonight?
I do want to talk to God. Maybe, okay, before he go gets this stuff, he was like, hey, Thicket, let's go talk to God.
Okay.
I think Garon's asking, I think, Gerald, or Gerald, or however you said, I'm sorry. Gerald, okay. Hey, you'd know better than me. Is it a good time to go try to comfort her and apologize for the whole situation? Because I don't know whatever it was that happened, but clearly I've misjudged Gambit. So.
I mean, I heard it. He's lucky
Well,
I didn't bunch him.
What? Well, it's fine. You know it.
As for where
if she wants to tell me,
no, she doesn't know you all that well.
Okay.
I can go talk to her and make sure she's all right. Maybe you can give her an apology in the morning. But if you're not the one who did anything wrong, do you think apology will help that much?
I don't know. You know, I mean, I want to try to at least extend some comfort to her, and you know, I had high hopes that her gracious willingness to, you know, try to work through this with him, at least on a friendship level, would have been better than whatever it was that happened that caused her to want to slap him. I don't know. Gambit's not talking about it. I don't personally want to hear it directly from you, and rather she tell me or him, because I'm not a big fan of gossip and all that. But regardless, I guess just let her know. For whatever it's worth, I've encouraged him not to come around here anymore, and I will respect her if she doesn't want John and I to play here, or the rest of us to stay. I want to be respectful of her and her place. So it's effectively her home.
He says, heading over to flip the sign and lock the door. closing up for the night. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm going to go talk
Good
to
night.
her, or rather let her talk.
Alright, sounds good. Good night, man. And Garan will, like, if there's any, like, extra cleaning or anything else that could happen, like, maybe, in the rowdiness. Yeah, basically Garon's gonna start magic cleaning and helping out while he's going to comfort her, since Garon, it's not good for Garon to go do that, and he's gonna go do that, then Garon's gonna help him so that when he gets back, at least he has less work to do.
Fair enough, and roll an insight check.
Hooray, I'm awesome at those. Sarcasm.
Yeah, you're able to find a few things to clean.
Hooray.
As Gambit and Thicket prepare the divination.
Wait, insight, not investigation? I'm inciting?
You were not
Okay.
inciting, looking for things to clean. You found things to
Okay,
clean.
good.
The insight was for
Okay.
something else.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine. It's just the way that came out was, like, very confusing to me. I was like, wait, what? I was like,
Check I
I
asked
would
for did
investigate.
not
What...
have to do with the
Totally fine. You're good.
Yeah, I had the same thought. I was like, sure, all right. Insight to clean.
what is the offering that so you do incense and an offering. What kind of offering do you give for the divination?
Does it say that?
Yep.
That's an
Sacrificial offering.
Does a
appropriate to
cookie
your
work?
religion.
Can we burn a cookie?
I don't know. Usually you just done incense, which is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually it's just 25 gold pieces worth of incense.
Yeah.
You could pour out some like milk or something, and then we can offer milk. I don't know.
Will it be less incense if I do something else with it?
Of value.
But like incense is not that expensive, right?
So
I mean, it's 25 gold pieces worth. There's no like per
Oh.
amount. Like it's just mark up.
To be fair, it says together with
The-
these 25 gold
would
pieces, so it could
something
be...
from the alchemy jug work?
What's the most expensive thing that you can produce from the alchemy drop? Wine.
I don't know.
Probably wine.
Is the wine appropriate to the religion or the deity you are trying to interact with?
I don't know. What deity
Wait,
or
wait.
what?
No.
Thicket.
Probably is Sylvanas. Is the god that I usually talk to. Do I get to choose who to ask?
With a god or a god's servants.
Who do
So you
wanna
could
talk
also
to?
choose an archon.
You could try to interact with an archon specifically.
Could we do Quakeway? Quakeway?
Sure. Do you have something of silver?
Sure, I have silver. I have a couple silver.
Yeah, let's do like how much silver should we do?
25 gold pieces of silver.
We'll do like 10 silver so that it's 20 gold pieces of incense.
No, that's
Okay.
not right.
That would be 24 gold pieces of incense for 10 silver.
Oh.
Silver is 1/10 of a gold. Gambit,
Right.
remove 10 silver pieces.
Okay.
They could have a
Hold on.
slightly odd number of incense.
How much would be 5 gold pieces of silver? 50?
Oh, look at that. I had
50.
10 silver pieces.
50. So if you get another 40 silver pieces, you could do it.
I have
I mean,
I have
you could take it from the
40.
pot. Remember, Garon gave you a bunch of money into the pot.
So Gambit's doing 10, I'm doing 40.
Sure.
Okay.
Ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
I think the question should be, are we going to find what we need in calcite? Or something, it has to be something about calcite. Do you have a better idea of what to ask God?
Well, are we doing anything related to Quinque?
Oh, yeah,
Calcite?
Quinque. We could be...
Since that's who we're asking.
No,
We
we're
ask
but the
Erebus.
people Erebus. I guess we should ask Erebus. We should ask Erebus if he has any answers regarding Thicket's relationship to the moon.
Or should we ask Quinquay?
Or should we ask? Because Queen
Okay,
Quay could be it.
Silver sounds kind of moon related.
Yeah,
I don't know.
could be.
Sorry.
Or salt water for waves and the moon. Like
Yeah.
push and pull.
Yeah, let's ask Queen Quay if he knows anything about Thicket's relationship to the moon.
Okay.
Or who is
so how do
the deity on the moon, which I think is Quinquay.
So should we ask it about, like, specifically, are we gonna find something about my relationship to the moon while we're
And
in
Calcite?
Calcite? So
Sure.
that it's the 7 days thing.
Sure.
Okay. Cast a spell.
You gather together the silver, placing them in a very vaguely draconic outline, sprinkling the incense along it, doing this on some kind of board so you don't burn any kind of carpet or anything if you're doing it inside. You don't burn down the inn. Before lighting the incense as it moves around the edge of the dragon. Moments pass. Thicket as the room goes dark before lighting up again. Same room, dim with candlelight. You don't see Gambit next to you. Sitting across from you, you see the appearance of a relatively young man, young 20s. Mid-length haircut of this silver hair as you look into his silver eyes, and his fairly dark kind of an olive sort of skin color, and dark olive, wearing a smooth silk outfit. Looks like he's in somewhere fairly hot, is at least what the style of clothing he's wearing is, and almost a gi sort of, but more flowing and robe-like. Looks up at you.
Hello. Do are we going to find anything related to my relationship to the moon while we are in Calcite soon?
He thinks to himself, the answers you seek do not reside there. Whatever you may find will be moderately helpful at best. Before there is a glitter of silver as the room darkens again. Where you open your eyes. There's Gambit.
But we don't know what you rolled.
No, the first one there is no
chance
Loving.
of lie on the first one.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
the second and any time after.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
That
once per
was much
day.
more helpful than Sylvanas.
Yeah. I liked him.
Sylvanas showed me a bluebird.
Omens are an
Nice.
option. I'm allowed to give cryptic replies and omens and things. There's no guarantee that I'll just tell you.
Well,
See that now since you saw a bluebird, did Thicket tell Gambit about the bluebird?
Yeah, everyone knows about the bluebird.
Okay, well then that's what we need to be researching in vain.
Well, the vibes of the bluebird were less look into bluebirds and more I am Sylvanas and I'm telling you everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
okay.
I don't remember what the exact question was, but they get asked like, "Am I gonna be okay? Am I dying? What is this?" And the
Okay.
implication was, "It's okay."
It was something or other. How do I get rid of Grimblood?
Okay.
yeah.
And the answer was, "It'll be okay." A bluebird, a sign of peace.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
Do we want to go to Calcite anyway, just for moderately helpful stuff?
at the same time, as Gambit saw Thicket, as you saw his eyes kind of be covered with a silvery scale almost, as this took effect, you glanced off to the side and saw sitting on the bed, just kind of leaning back, looking toward the ceiling at Tria.
What did you think? Did I do good?
Your interactions with her were a little disappointing. I wish she'd hit you.
Oh.
But your
Yeah, that would've been
interactions with
good.
your friends were much more entertaining.
Oh.
Yeah, they're quite disappointed in you, you know.
Yeah. I don't know why. I was, except for the first part, was completely honest.
Uh-huh.
So.
No, Thicket is not seeing this. This is while Thicket is interacting with Quinquay.
Oh.
Oh.
This is simultaneously
Wonderful.
while Thicket is having his vision. This is occurring.
Okay. The questions I have to ask you are related to my friend here who is in a trance.
Correct.
He is, I'm sure you might know,
Roll
if
perception check,
you're-
Gambit.
perception
Yeah,
check.
and then continue. Thicket,
Okay.
or Gambit glancing off to the side as he speaks, you see the candle lighting up the room. It stopped flickering. The fire is frozen in place.
Odd. Anyway, he is affected by Grimblood, and he was also created by a being that spoke to him from the moon. And we're not sure if those two things are related. So, do you know anyone who would speak from the moon?
Who would?
Yeah.
Not personally.
What about unpersonally?
Yes.
Cool.
Nice questions. Well,
I'm glad to know that they exist, and that my search is not in vain.
correct. Your search is not here. But anyway, it was a pleasure watching. I think you gotta get
It
my
was a pleasure
notification.
working with you. Maybe we can make a deal in the future.
I hope so. I'd be curious to see what else you're willing to do for a little bit of information. Anyway, and she disappears into a cloud of leaves that then dissipate into their own kind of green dust into the air, and Thicket wakes up. Thicket comes out of the trance. You know,
So,
What'd you got?
Quay said that
Quay. Okay.
Quick, Kiki,
What?
Quinque, Quay.
Cray cray.
Am I saying it wrong?
You said Quay, I thought. It's Quinn Quay.
She got it from me. I said Quinque.
Quay.
I misheard then. I misheard Quay.
It could have been the crunch.
I might cut out. It's painting me in a bad light.
Anyway.
Quinque said that the information we seek is not in calcite.
Cool.
And that what we do find while we're there is only going to be moderately helpful.
Cool. Do we still want to go? Just for moderately helpful? It's better than no help, which is pretty much where we are.
It couldn't hurt to ask around about Erebus's connection to the moon.
We
While
could just
wait for
learn
my
something
spell
about
to
Erebus.
recharge. Maybe we could find something while we're there to ask Erebus questions.
Yeah, we could. And I think it just would be interesting to learn in general, even if it isn't related to our quest specifically. Well,
Take a
my
deep
deal
breath.
went through and it was somewhat helpful.
So does
It's
this mean
some
say who dared you now?
Hmm?
Does this mean you can say who dared you now?
Yeah, it was Tria. I made a small deal with her.
And that's where we're gonna
And
end the
I
session.
ended. Aww.
I mean,
Aww.
I can have you talk for a moment if you'd like, but it's about time.
Nah, it's okay. We can end there.
It was Tria.
It was Tria.
Look.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Ticket nose. Huh. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube. Appreciate you. Hope you have a lovely night. And we'll see you next time.